The Art of Living Foundation presents a talk by His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Comb of Knowledge.
Are you aware what is happening in the mind right now? What's happening? There is an expectation. What next? What is going to be spoken? Now, whatever I speak, there is only two options. Either you agree with me or disagree with me. Isn't it? In either case, it doesn't matter to what is, does it? But are we aware of our agreement or disagreement? This matters to us. See what I'm saying? Now I have spoken few sentences. Even before I complete the sentences, already your mind is in dialogue. I am speaking in the mic, but you are also speaking in your own mind. You notice that? Yes, no, yes, no. Mind says yes, yes, right. No, no, or how can it be? Education is being aware of this phenomenon of the mind. What is happening in our mind right now? See that? All other information we can acquire reading books. Can open any book on any subject, on birth or death or children. Volumes and volumes. Libraries are filled with books, no? Isn't it? In fact, we know all about it mostly. Everybody knows. But what we need to give attention is this awareness of our own mind. What our mind does, it vacillates between past and the future. Every moment, it either goes to the past, is angry about the past, that which has already happened. All our anger is about that which has already happened, finished. No? And anxious about the future which is not there right now. No? This oscillation of mind. We regret the past. Oh, it shouldn't have been that way. Or I wish if it were this way. No? And there is another tendency of the mind. That is clinging on to the negative. You say, everything is fine, but. Do you remember? We use this very often. Oh, he is a nice guy or nice lady, but. We put a break there, but. If there are 10 positive instances or events and some one negative thing happens, we cling on to that one negative, we leave away all the 10 positive. Have you observed this tendency of the mind? 10 years of friendship and a few days, couple of days of argument, that's it. Balances it out. No? These two tendencies of the mind, if we can bring a change in this, this is the only self-help we can do. What? Being aware of this tendency in the mind. Whenever you are trying to say but, Just be aware, oh, I'm saying but now. And that makes you very natural, simple, open from inside. That's very precious in life. You know? Most precious thing in life is to maintain the innocence which we have. We are born with some innocence in us. As we become more and more intelligent, we tend to lose the innocence and try to become a little more, stiff. No? Dropping the stiffness, then life is much more rewarding, more enjoyable, more interesting. And that is worship. We look into the questions, a number of questions. How do we differentiate between deep concentration and meditation? Now, to do any work we need concentration. If you have to read a book, mind has to be there, isn't it? If you want to watch television, if you are elsewhere, if your mind is elsewhere, you are sitting in front of TV, but you are unable to see anything in that. No? For reading, writing, listening, now I am talking to you, you need some concentration to hear me. You see that? If you are sitting and you are thinking about something else, then you are unable to hear me. So for seeing, hearing, tasting food also need concentration. So for all activity in life you need concentration. Isn't it? If you are driving in the highway, you need concentration, otherwise you will go in the wrong exit or pass your exit. It has happened to you many times, hasn't it? You missed the exit. It needs concentration. But meditation is deconcentration. It's the opposite of concentration. For meditation, you don't need concentration. It is just like sleeping. For sleeping, do you need concentration? Do you say, okay, I'm going to sleep now. Quickly, I'm going to sleep. Can you have a quick sleep? Fast sleep? We call it fast asleep. But you cannot really sleep fast. It is just an expression, that's all. Meditation is very similar to sleep. In sleep you are totally at rest. But you are not even aware that you are at rest. In meditation, you are totally at rest and you are aware you are in rest. A sense of being, but at the same time being nowhere and everywhere. That is meditation. Simple, it is deconcentration. And the effect of it is concentration. If you meditate well, then you look at a flower, it looks very bright to you, very nice. And you listen to your music, you are able to listen to every note there. And you read a book, you are able to be there. It's opposite values, they are very complementary. Deeper the meditation, sharper your ability to concentrate. Would you please speak about pratyahara and dharana? Pratyahara means what? Some substitute. Now, sometimes children, they get hold of something from the kitchen or cutleries or knife or something, and then the mother has hard time to take them out of them, take those things. So she substitutes them with something else, divert their attention. Pratyahara means to have some direction for mind which is moving all over the place. Dharana is one step next to that. When you are asking this question, you already know what is that. Because otherwise you cannot mention dharana. The word itself already means you already have a concept. Do you see that? Dharanas are ideas, concepts. Okay, you have a concept, you have an awareness, you have a focus. Yoga, these are called the 8 limbs of yoga. 8 limbs means not one after another, it's all simultaneously together. This is a wrong understanding. Sometimes people say, you have to do this and then this and then this and then. It's not one after another. It will all come simultaneously with varied degrees. No? Will you be present at the Art of Living course in Santa Barbara? If not, is the energy less powerful? No. You can do that. You can do and practice and benefit by that. It's very simple and very natural to our system. Very natural. No? Are we going to experience dramatic earth changes now? If not, why do some predict this? You should ask them. Guruji, after this last week of silence, I experienced great clarity and white light when I meditate. The light comes and goes. Will I be able to maintain this light when I am away from you? Now see, in meditation you may experience some light, some sound, some joy. Don't try to hold on to any of those experiences. And don't try to, I want this experience. No, don't worry. Be natural. Take life as it comes. Very simple. Do our souls reincarnate after our bodies die? That we will see when we come to that. No? We are not going to miss it. That is for sure. See, this is our curiosity, When we have life at hand, we are curious about death. So when we die, then the same thing happens. We become very curious about what this life is. Let me go and see there. That perpetuates. It's nice. You know by physics, the law of conservation of energy, that energy cannot be destroyed. When energy cannot be destroyed, it only transforms, it changes its form and shape. Now, there are 2 aspects. One is the gross, which changes, and the subtle, it also changes but has its own time, own period, and own modes and methods. Now the flower has a form, but the fragrance, does it have a form? Now a guitar has a form, but the sound that comes from guitar has no form. Do you see that? Taste, you taste something, apple pie, it has a form, but the taste does not have a form. Apple pie has a form. Right? In the same way, our body has a form, but our mind has no form. Our thoughts do not have a form. No? But still it's subtle energy. It's the mind which is responsible for us to speak, see and taste, smell, talk, move around. send space shuttles. What has done all this? Is it not the mind? Which is unseen, which you cannot see, which you cannot hold on. The invisible energy in us, the mind in us, very powerful. And it cannot be destroyed so easily. So the thought forms, thought construct, the emotions in us, these are all become our subtle body, lump of energy, quanta of energy. When all this energy gets transformed into one uniform energy, that's love. When it all gets transformed into love, then your whole being becomes like a laser beam of love. No? What is the difference between an ordinary light and a laser light? See, there is a harmony, there is an alignment there between the particles. In the same way, within us when there is so much harmony and smile, then everything else comes together. That's why I said there is no power bigger than love in life. And that's what everybody wants, isn't it? Suppose there is no love in your life, how do you like it? Nobody loves you or you don't love anybody. Suppose take love off your life and life is nothing. It's like a sawdust. Not even that. No? All life is geared, life moves towards love. Even dogs, cats, animals. Your pets, when you come back home, see how much they jump on you. They go crazy. They don't know what to do. They go around you, they jump on you, they jump on the sofa and they jump here, there. They're completely in a mess. No? They don't look very normal at those few moments. Especially if you're away for 2-3 days and you come back home. And that's it. And then it takes some time for them to settle down, then they go and sit somewhere. Notice it? They crave for it, that's what they need. Same thing, 10 times more love you experience from the trees in your garden. The moment you walk in, you know how much they feel so joyful, so wonderful. Or if you are away for some time and you come back, and the trees rejoice your presence. But we are not very sensitive to that. We are not aware of it. You can notice this, even the fish in the water, or any creatures in the water also. They are also sensitive. The entire creation is sensitive to love. And our self, our mind becoming sensitive to love is evolution. And it's very nature in us. It's very simple. It's common to us, but because of the stresses and tension, we keep ourselves with a shield away from the reality. Yeah? What's the difference between a negative emotion and a painful one? What role does laughter play in well-being? Laughter is sign of well-being. Isn't it? If you could laugh, if you could smile, then that is well-being. No? But see, our smile we sell for peanuts. It's worth a lot. There is nothing as valuable as our smile in the whole creation, the whole world. So I say, even if the whole world is given to you, in trading the smile, please never give away your smile. It's not worth it. Okay, you can become president of this country, but at the cost of your smile. What's the point in it? What for? No? Our smile is very precious and it's gifted to us, it's natural to us. Please preserve it, maintain it, don't sell it for anything whatsoever in the world. If you could even just have an attention in the mind, okay, come what may, I will keep my smile with me. You'll see nothing can really shake you. I see small things, a few words from somebody, few words from someone, just you are upset. And for days together your mind is going, why? It's grinding, it's having its dialogue. No? Is it worth? How do you feel about healing old emotions, wounds from childhood experiences? Is it helpful? Now, first of all, believing they are all present deep inside you is an illusion. When you recognize I have a lot of deep wounds, childhood emotions, and then I want to heal it, then I am doing something impossible. It's like trying to catch a cat which is not there. See that? Or it's saying, okay, I want to forget this. I want to forget this. How can you forget wanting to forget something? Can you? Can you? You see that? Every time you remember, oh, I had these childhood emotions and I want to heal it, then you are reinforcing those experiences. You can go to counseling for 15 years, 20 years and still you will find you are not healed, there is something there. You feel momentary relief, but again same thing repeats. This is not the way to get rid of negative emotions. You have to attend to the root cause of it. What is it? An emotion creates a sensation in the body. And de-link it with the event. And observing the sensation, observing the breath. Through the breath, you can overcome, and the healing is a spontaneous, natural thing. First of all, know that deep inside you, none of these emotions or events have touched you. Your being, your soul is immortal. It is light. Can anything touch light? Can a darkness touch light ever? It has never happened, nor will it ever happen. Whatever impression has come is only come on the circumference, on the periphery. And it is not a fact, it's not a reality. More we will know about this. It's a very beautiful science, it's a very beautiful thing to understand this. That is what meditation does. Meditation takes you direct in touch with yourself, wherein you find you are invincible. There is nothing, there is no wounds at all in you. If at all appears to be some scar, it is only on the periphery. And periphery gets healed all by itself the moment you know yourself. As simple. So please never go on thinking, this is my childhood days and my mother said this, my father did this. Don't go on linking it all the time. Do some practices, some meditation, some pranayam, and you will see you are wonderful, very healthy. How can I be joyous and giving? How can you be joyous? How are you not joyous? Look into this. To be happy, you don't need a cause or reason, no? To be unhappy, you need some cause, some reason. Because of this, you are unhappy. Because of that, you are unhappy. Because you didn't get a job, you are unhappy. Don't you think so? Joy is our very nature. Get into yourself, that is joy. Having learned how to manifest continuous energy, how do I keep my body up to the same vibrations? Are you keeping your body? Who said you are keeping it? Huh? The body is keeping you. It's the other way around, Sometimes people say, I am killing time. How can you kill time? Time is killing you. It's the other way around. Body is keeping you. How can you keep the body? It's all happening, just observe. It's all automatic. You are not pumping your heart. Heart is pumping by itself. Heart is pumping the blood all over the body. Our body is like just a sachet of fluids, of blood and fluids. Have you ever thought about it? Like canned juice, The canned juice, you find like this. The body is canned. A lot of fluids stuffed in. Very hollow, very empty inside. It's very strange, it's wonderful. Can you explain why the power of Maya is so great? When you have said it is great, you have already explained why it is great. You only want my rubber stamp on your opinion, isn't it? When you call something great, you have already said why it is great. Haven't you? If you say Einstein is great, the moment you have said Einstein is great, you have already mentioned why he is great. No? You have said Maya is so great, and you are asking, can you explain why it is so great? Look into your own question. What is that you are asking? It's a beautiful point, though. You can see how in your very question your answer is there, contained. Suppose you ask me a question, I give you an answer. You think you are taking my answer? I say no. Because you'll go home, this answer, whatever I have given you, will go into your mind. After a while, this very answer will bring out 10 more questions. So your question has multiplied from 1 to 10 rather than getting solved. No? Answers do not bring fulfillment to us. It is the presence that brings fulfillment. And question is always linked with dissatisfaction. When you are miserable, you ask, why am I miserable? Why this misery? You never ask, why this joy to me? See that? Questions disappear in the presence and fulfillment dawns. An unanswered question A fermented question becomes violence. Rather see like this, behind every violence there is a question, why? A big why. Why this? Have you thought about this? Behind every violence, anybody who is violent, just peep into their mind, there is a big question. Behind every crime, there is a big question. Behind every suffering, dissatisfaction, there is a question. And now the same question turns into wonder in joy. Oh, how come this flower is so beautiful? That's again a question, but it doesn't require any answer. See that? With an exclamation. The bend in the question mark becomes straight. An exclamation, oh, wonder. Our life is with us to turn every question into an exclamation. Oh, is that so? Isn't it everything wonderful, amazing? See how people's mind work. It's a great wonder. See how they express their emotion, their eyes go red, and their teeth grind, and they give a nasty look, and words come pouring out of their lips. Just stand a step back and observe all that is happening in the mind and being expressed through any body. It's a great entertainment. The world is a place of great entertainment. That is why it is very great. Maya is very great. What is wrong with one who absorbs other people's emotions, also allowing them to tap into their energy system without permission? How can we get through the veil of tears and stop taking in the suffering of the world? Now see, suffering, the darkness is not a substance, it is lack of joy. Darkness is not a substance, it's just lack of light. Same thing, suffering is lack of joy, lack of awareness, lack of abilities. All this suffering is there so that you could be more compassionate and eliminate them. They are there for you to eliminate. No? Service. Service should be an integral part of our life. No? It is our very nature. No? How does one completely let go of their childhood pain, especially with their mother and father, so they can have a loving, healthy relationship? This is very much needed. In the world today, we have to study our own mind, our own self. We spend so much time in learning all things for life, but very little about our life itself. See, the first thing we did when coming into the world is, what did we do? We took a deep breath in. And the last thing we will be doing in the world is breathing out. We inhale when we came in, and when we exit from this world, we are going to breathe out. This is the last thing we do. In between this is our whole life. But we never attended to our breath. Our breath changes. For every emotion we breathe differently. Every instance of our breath, the pattern of breath changes. No? Breath is more tangible. Mind you cannot just control. Okay, you listen to all the talks. You know, you read from all the books. But doesn't make any impact. But through breath, you can really bring the mind into your... the awareness can be brought into the mind. Because breath is tangible. You can work through that. And it's very, very beneficial and very useful. Very useful. Could you please talk about the interface between activity in the world and the inward journey, contemplative life, beyond the stage of karma yoga, but rather actionless activity? Being simple, natural, and feeling at home. Do you know anything about Meher Baba mysticism? If so, would you know of a teacher who teaches this philosophy in the US? You want to tell me about it? There are so many philosophies. Philosophies can tell you intellectually, give a lot of understanding. But to be yourself, you don't need philosophy. To bring up the innocence, you only have to let go all the stresses, strains, and the artificial wall we create around us. No? Love and devotion, that is enough. That can make our life blossom so much. Now again, this is not another philosophy. I was given the name Shamatha in a dream for my unborn child. What are your feelings about this name? See, many of us, we say, okay, I had this dream. We want to make the dream a reality, right? But enlightenment is seeing this very reality to be a dream. Whatever has happened up till yesterday is all like a dream. You went to school and you had fun and you celebrated Christmas, you celebrated Easter and you went on vacation. You did all that till this minute. Turn back and see, is it all not like a dream? Your entire past right now is nothing more than a dream. And now we are sitting here, in another 15-20 minutes, you'll all go home, and another half an hour, you'll do whatever, you brush your teeth, and then in another 1 hour, you'll all be in your bed. And tomorrow morning you'll wake up, you'll have your tea, and then you'll be on your routine, you'll go to your work. And that day will be gone, another day will pass, another day will pass. Like this, the whole future will also pass. And one day you will sleep, you will not know you have slept, and somebody else will put you somewhere else. And that has all become another dream. So wake up and see, where are we? What are we doing? How we spend our time? We are bothered with some small things there, some little thing there. Are we keeping our mind fresh, clear, pure, empty, and in the present moment, totally alert and awake? This is what is essential. No? Would you like the name of a good barber? This very hair can give you the essence of your life. Every one of us are like our hair. See, every hair has come from the head separate. And when they are short, it's okay, there is no problem. Like when we were all children, there was no problem. We fought and we were all right the next day. But when they grow older, they all get entangled. Same thing has happened. You all grow up or you get entangled, one inside the other. We get into a mess. The whole society gets into a mess. Then you need the comb of the knowledge. You had to worry about a barber if you don't have the comb of knowledge. When you have the comb of knowledge, it can keep all the hair straight. And they can all be together. The same thing happens in society. Without knowledge, without the wisdom, we get entangled into each other. Our minds are full of hatred or craving or aversion for each other. Just look into anybody's mind, there is a feverishness about somebody and craving or aversion, hatred. With wisdom and knowledge, we can keep the society straight. If everybody in the society lives in the present moment, able to accept people as they are, and are with a smile, where is the problem? You see that? We have problem with our brothers and sisters, our husband and wife, and relationships, children, neighbors, friends, almost name it, everybody, except our pets. Even with our cars we have problems. No? So we have to, wisdom, knowledge is very essential. Knowledge means not just reading the books, the awareness. Awareness, don't you think so? Okay. Shall we have one or two? You have some questions?
I've been noticing it more since I've been living in Korea. My relationships with people are changing. Where before, if I was in a relationship with a woman or something, I would have this tendency to want to hold on to it and possess it. And now I find that instead, my relationships are more like this. If a person's there, they're there, and if they're not, they're fine, and whatever they choose to do is okay. And I've been able to just come to that space of accepting and allowing them to just be in this unconditional state of love.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
That's great.
It brings freedom for both. See, the doubt is something that is really, bothering. Doubt bothers us if it's not in the right place. It's part of life, right? See, doubt arises, it's part of life. It only needs to be put in the proper place. Now see, always your doubt is always about something that is positive, that is which is good. You never doubt that which is negative. Have you thought about this? When you are depressed, you never doubt, am I really depressed? If you are unhappy, you never doubt, am I really unhappy? Wait a minute, am I really unhappy? If you are angry, you never doubt, am I really angry? But if someone says, I love you, you doubt, what are they up to? Are they really in love with me or just saying? You doubt love. You doubt compassion. We doubt the goodness in people. But we take it for granted as truth, as reality, all the negative aspects in life in us, whether it is in us or in somebody else. Now when you are happy, you doubt, am I really happy? You doubt. Is this what I want? I'm not sure. Say, I'm not sure. Is this really what I wanted? I'm not sure. The doubt comes. But you don't doubt something that you don't want. Have you observed? simple factor, no? Simple things. Place the doubt in the negativity, whether it is in you or in anybody else or in the world. No? We take it for granted that the whole world, everybody is hopeless, it's all negative, it's all horrible. And then we try to find trust in this person, in that person, anywhere. It becomes very difficult for us. But take another standpoint. Everybody basically are good. Even if somebody is a criminal, inside him, deep inside him, he is good. Due to his stress, circumstances, situation, he is doing something which he himself do not know. He doesn't know what it is. So if you go into the depth, you will see basically everyone is good. Everyone is lovable. And from there you can see that, trust in your life grows in the goodness. And doubt all the anger and all the negative emotions. Life will be very rewarding that way. Don't you think so?